All right, buckle up. Let's do some St. Louis style ribs, and we're gonna do 3 different flavors. But first, PBR, you know the drill. First things first, let's prep these and clean these suckers up. I cut the ends off and took off the membrane of each of these rack of ribs. The reason why I trimmed them is because I need them to fit in my smoker. For my first rack, I'm gonna do gochujang, Korean paste style. I call it gochujang. My binder is sesame seed oil, and my rub is rooster tail SPG. We're gonna season all sides and the back. Second rack will be Suckle Busters SPG Hot Tailgaters Barbecue Party Rub. For my binder, I'll be using their hot sauce. Again, season all sides, and I'm not gonna go stingy on my seasoning. I want the flavor to pop on these. For rack number 3, I'm doing Randy's Rubs, Spirit Sprinkles, and 13-0 with Sriracha as my binder. Randy's Rubs are delicious. They are more on a low sodium side, so I won't be too shy with seasoning my rack of ribs. The Spirit Sprinkle is my all-time favorite, so I'm gonna go heavy-handed on that. And the 13-0, I'm gonna go decently and moderately kind of heavy. Again, I want the flavors to pop. I smoked these ribs on my pellet smoker Pit Boss that you see behind me. I smoked them at 225 for 4.5 hours, spraying occasionally so they don't dry up. I'm using these pellet smokers. Now onto the wrap. The gochujang is wrapped by itself. The second rack, it's wrapped with sugar, butter, and honey. And lastly, for the third rack, I'm doing sugar, butter, honey, and a splash of bourbon. I'm using the Bib & Tucker 10-year. These ribs went back on the smoker at 300 degrees for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make some barbecue glazes and sauces. The gochujang consists of these ingredients. I did heat it up on the stove and then put it to the side. For the second rack, I'll be using the Suckle Buster Jalapeno Mustard Gold Barbecue Sauce, and for the third, this is the Bourbon Glaze Sauce. I heated up again and put it in the bottle, and I cooled it all the way before I used it. Once the ribs were done, I took them out. This is the rack number 1 for the gochujang. This is rack number 2, the Suckle Buster Gold Barbecue Sauce. And for the third rack, this is the Bourbon Glaze. They went back on the smoker for 15 minutes to caramelize. Everything turned out delicious. The guys liked the Bourbon Glaze the most. Suckle Buster Barbecue Sauce came in second, and the gochujang came in third. I also had 2 different types of wings, lemon pepper garlic, and some buffalo mild, and I made baked potato salad and some homemade coleslaw.